Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more F1 2020 My Team Season 3. We are heading on into the United States Grand Prix, another Grand Prix that is strong for the AI, but let's hope that we can get a better result than last time out where we had various crashes and I don't know, it was an insane race overall. 6 DNFs, I think 2 virtual safety cars and 2 safety cars, and it was an insane Grand Prix that I don't know what happened, but hopefully we'll have a less stressful and more contained Grand Prix this time around. So let's begin by renewing our sponsors. I don't think I want to change any of them at this point in time. We are also going to take a look at our R&D progress, but of course we are still waiting on the regulation changes, and I think it'll come in this episode. We will see what gets hit. I am expecting a big one, so maybe we might be dropping down to mid-table team again. We shall see in a moment. Standings wise, we have 4 Grand Prix remaining, including this one. We are just 27 points behind Max Verstappen after last time out not securing many points in Japan, but hopefully we can do well in the US, Mexico and Brazilian Grand Prix to catch up to Max Verstappen as fast as we can, hopefully making it a very competitive race on the final day of the Grand Prix. And yeah, it's all down to today. We have an invitational event to attend. I think that is the McLaren by the looks of the chassis, but let's go into the Pursuit Invitational event at the Hungaroring, and I'll see you guys afterwards when it's all done. There we go, we completed the invitational event, came first, passed it completely, 150k and another 1000 acclaim, I believe. This was an overall interesting event. Enjoyed driving the old cars, the classic car. Yeah, there we go, position first, $150k and 1000 acclaim. So let's head on to the US Grand Prix.
Alright, listen up everyone. They've announced that the technical regulations are changing for next season. Now there's a risk a lot of our hard work could be undone if we're not careful, so let's figure out how to mitigate this. Drivers, take a look at the developments we have and let us know what you want to invest in protecting. Alright everyone, let's get on top of this.
Welcome to qualifying at the Circuit of Americas in the US. We are heading on into qualifying. We had a good practice session, made some good resource points, and as you see, we are hit with a heavy regulation change. The chassis and aerodynamics department are all gone, like all the developments we've made with those departments have gone, so we are now slowly trying to recuperate all the upgrades that we've done. I have invested heavily in the aerodynamics department, and after a couple more Grand Prix before the end of the season, I hope I get enough resource points so that I can really adapt the rest. I mean, they're very cheap and we can trigger multiple at one time, so I think I'm just gonna invest. I'm just gonna use all my resource and development points to get those adaptations done before the end of the season. So without further ado, we are heading into the qualifying session. Track is pretty good. I feel confident here, so I think we should be through to Q3 with no big problems, but let's just wait and see. Let's hope for good results here. First lap of Q1 is 7th place, 500th slower than Ricardo. Let's go one more round here. Our second lap is a 10th faster, 0.2 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton, but that should be good enough to see us into Q2. Indeed, it is a splendid time. We are in P5, approximately 1.2 seconds behind Max Verstappen in pole. Giovinazzi, Grosjean, Schumacher, Aiken, Magnussen, and De Vries get knocked out of Q1. Let's head on into Q2 and see if we can make it to Q3. First lap of Q2 sets us at P7. I'm going to do one more lap on these used soft compound tires. Let's see if we can improve on that time. Our second lap is approximately a couple tenths better. We are 0.4 behind Hamilton. I think we should be able to see ourselves in Q3. Let's see. We proceed to Q3, Max Verstappen in pole again, and we are 1.1 second behind him. Wow, he has insane pace on this track. Latifi, Ocon, Albon, Norris, Russell, and Gasly all get knocked out. Let's see what happens in Q3. We sit P2 after our first lap in Q3. We are 500th slower than Max Verstappen. Let's see if one more run can fix this. Our second run isn't any good. I think we have to stick with P2. Let's see. So our one run is good enough. Well, our second run wasn't any better, so we stick with our first run. We are in P2, right behind Max Verstappen, 0.4 second gap-ish. But if you look at these deltas, it's insane. P10 is 2.2 seconds slower than Max Verstappen, so we do have insane pace around this track. Let's see what happens on race day as we enter the US Grand Prix.
Welcome once again then to the United States Grand Prix here in the magnificent city of Austin. It was here in 2018 that Kimi Räikkönen delighted the world by winning for the first time in 114 races. There's always a record to be broken, so what I wonder is in store for us today. We're racing today then in Travis County, Texas, where 20 corners and speeds of up to 200 miles an hour await us on this magnificent racetrack. It's 60% full throttle with plenty of good opportunities to pass, especially through the two DRS zones into turn 1 and at the end of the long back straight into turn 12. What a race we have in store today. Alongside me to discuss all the action today is Anthony Davidson. Thanks for joining us, Ant, and tell me, you were down in the pit lane earlier. How do you think the track conditions are today?
Well, the surface looks clean enough, but I'm a little bit worried about the track temperature. It's pretty cool out there, which could give some teams difficulties when it comes to keeping their tyres in the right operating window. The cars out there that work their tyres hard and really put a lot of energy through them, they'll be the ones that are better off.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position and Lucky completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Daniel Kvyat and Perez, Ricciardo, Bottas, Stroll and Carlos Sainz, Gasly, Russell, Lando Norris and Albon, Ocon, Latifi, Kevin Magnussen and Mick Schumacher, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Aitken and Nick de Vries. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Okay, we need a good result today if we want to catch Verstappen in the Drivers' Championship.
Catching Max Verstappen is one of our main goals in this episode. Let's edit our strategy to see if we can get a faster time somehow. Other option would be to see how far we can stretch these soft compound tires and then move on to mediums, but that is going to be worth looking at. In the race, we will drop our fuel load to just under 1 lap of fuel. Here we go. Circuit of Americas at the US Grand Prix, and 5 red lights. Drop. Okay, Rich and overtake engaged as we get a splendid start. Leclerc looking on the inside line. We are going to go defensive before turn 1. Cut the corner a little bit there, but we do get the lead of the Grand Prix from Max Verstappen. We got a splendid run here. Little corner cut, which is fine. Alright. Good couple turns. Alright, overtake and Rich as we enter this long straight, preparing for this turn. Good turn, decent turn, and we are off in the lead of the Grand Prix. Max Verstappen behind us. That was a heart-stopping moment. Let's keep pushing now. Alright, lap 1 is done. Max Verstappen is right on my tail though, so it is looking a little tense now. Ooh, Max Verstappen got a decent run out of those S-turns, those chicanes. Oh, he's right on my tail. Gonna go on the defensive a little, but he is gonna get the better run out of here. Giving him a little squeeze. It's only us two at the front right now. The switchback was not an option. A little tussle with Max Verstappen. He got the lead. He got the lead back. Dang it. We need to keep Verstappen back. Oh my god, Verstappen, get back here. Swear to god, man. Ah, Max Verstappen gets the fastest lap. He is 1 second ahead of us. Max Verstappen has insane pace, guys. He's already 2 seconds ahead after those S turns. I have no idea where he gets all that pace from. Here we go, lap 3, but Charles Leclerc goes ahead of us using his slipstream. Got the switchback done. We are back in P2. Alright, rich and overtake on this long straight. Charles Leclerc probably has DRS on us, so we are going to try and push. Oh, good defense against Leclerc there. He tried an attack on us on the start finish straight, but we maintained the lead. Oh, there is a yellow flag behind us. Wonder who that is. Yep, someone is coming up with a DNF. Oh, Pierre Gasly's out.
Caution. The virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta.
Alright, virtual safety car it is. Alright, green flag running. Let's get back up to pace. Save some fuel. We're now 0.6 laps below target. Max Verstappen is long gone ahead of us. 9 seconds ahead. Dang. I don't know. Seems like Max Verstappen has more traction and grip around the track. He is driving insanely quickly. Like, these S turns are unbelievably hard because my car keeps slipping. And the AI has better control of their vehicle. Like, I swung there because I hit the curb. But Leclerc gives us the position back. I thought I lost it there, but he gives it back to us. Okay, Max Verstappen is in the pits now. Alright, we have the lead of the Grand Prix. Leclerc is tied up on the inside. Okay, he punched us wide there. Alright, I don't know what happened to Leclerc, but he punched us wide. VSC deployed.
Virtual safety car has been deployed.
Okay.
We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down, maintain a positive delta.
Okay, we got a positive delta right now, so we gotta maintain this.
Aim your pace until the green
Alright, there we go.
flag
Green
is
flag running.
green.
Kvyat is behind us. Ricardo is 4 seconds behind us. Leclerc drops to 4th. I don't know what happened between us. What's my tire wear? Okay, 45, 46%. Alright, here we go. It's our pit window. I think we're gonna go a little further. We'll see. Alright, Kvyat pits. We are still going. I think I'm gonna try and extend the life of these tires. I am a second slower than my best time. So tire wear is kind of bad around here. Let's look at the temperatures. Yeah, front tires are going up to 100 something temperatures. Degrees Celsius. There we go. Those S turns are the worst for those tires. 107, 108 degrees centigrade. We are slip and sliding a little too much, so we are going in for our pit stop. We are going on to medium compound of tire. New mediums should be good enough. We have extended these until like an additional 3 laps, so we were supposed to come in around lap 10 or 11. Now we are going into mediums on lap 14. We should be good enough with a fast pit stop. Yes, 1.9 is optimum. Let's see where we come out. We are right behind Verstappen. Verstappen, Bottas, and I don't know who else is in front. Kvyat maybe? Ah, they have DRS, don't they? They're in a DRS train. That's leaving me far behind. We got DRS off Verstappen, and Bottas is also up ahead. Slipstream. Let's see if a dive bomb is possible here. Yes, the grip of the medium compound tire lets us do it. Kvyat is up ahead. Next, so he is currently in the lead. Ooh, I don't have DRS, although I'm within 1 second of Kvyat. Let's see if we can get closer to him. He's on the hard compounded tire, so we should be able to get closer to him on our mediums. Ooh, a little swivel out of there for Kvyat. Good turn. Come on, let's stay close to Kvyat. DRS, overtake. Can we get close to him? Come on, come on. Slipstream. Dive bomb. got it done. Got it done on Kvyat. Oh yes. Oh my god, this is the lead of the Grand Prix. Ooh, we are leaving Kvyat in the dust. Let's go, let's go. Let's keep pushing here. Alright, we are doing pretty quick laps. We are almost at 10% tire wear with 9 laps to go. Let's see what happens to the tires. We are 2 seconds ahead of everyone. This should be for the Grand Prix victory. Okay, teammate is in the pit, so Verstappen is moving to mediums, I believe. So we are essentially in the lead. We just need to beat Kvyat. He's the only one really threatening our dominance here. Alright, lap 21, and we are building a solid gap to Kvyat. 9 seconds-ish behind us. Let's see if we can maintain that or even keep that buffer and secure P1. Driver behind.
Kvyat behind. The gap to the car behind is 9.1 seconds. They're on old hards. Their tyres are 9 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:33.9.
Okay, so I think we are still gaining on them. By gaining, I mean I think we're still faster than them, so we should be in the clear for a couple more laps. Ooh, Antonio Giovinazzi is out of the session. Now, is there a safety car, like a VSC? Nope. Okay, so we keep going then. 13-second gap to Kvyat, and almost 22 to Paris, and 25 to Leclerc and Sainz. We are storming ahead. Don't know where Max Verstappen is. Where is he? Alright, lap 26, and take a look at the top left here. The leaderboard shows Max Verstappen is quickly catching on his medium compound of tire. He has overtaken Leclerc and Sainz, and now he is aiming for Perez and then closing in on our lead. Let's see if 26 seconds, I think it should be good enough, but we shall see if we can persevere up top in P1 until the end of the Grand Prix. Oh, speak of the devil, Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Penultimate lap of the Grand Prix, we are still managing a 15-second-ish gap to Kvyat, and Verstappen is what, 25 seconds behind us now? It's okay, I think we got this in the bag. Final lap of the Grand Prix. Kvyat is still 15 seconds behind us, but Max Verstappen is 24 seconds. I think we should be in for a 1-3 finish for Su Motorsports. Don't know if Verstappen can catch Kvyat in the final lap. We shall see. Highly doubt it, considering it's like a 9-second gap. Easy dub for us. We are still 15 seconds ahead of Kvyat as we cross the finish line for P1 of the US Grand Prix. Another valuable 25 points.
Fantastic drive. Just fantastic. You deserved that race win.
Not just victory today then, but the championship as well. What a spectacular season they've had. Congratulations to the whole team. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
A show-stopping performance from the 3 drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
Indeed, it has been an interesting Grand Prix. It's also going to make things interesting at the driver's standings. As you see, Max Verstappen did not catch up to Kvyat and did not overtake him, so that means he's in P3, which should give us a significant gap in points. Let's see where we stand after today's Grand Prix. So here we are at the leaderboard at the end of the US Grand Prix. We sit at P1, Kvyat in 2, and Verstappen in 3. A 9-point gap between us. So that is going to give us a little boost and a little catch up to Max Verstappen's dominance in the driver's standings. Perez, Leclerc, Sainz, Russell, Norris, Albon, and Ricciardo round out the rest of the top 10 points positions. A decent day for Red Bull, but they could have done better. Ferrari having a splendid day with 2 cars in the top 10. Stroll, Hamilton, Bottas, De Vries, Ocon, Aitken, Latifi, Magnussen, Schumacher, Grosjean round out the rest of the finishing drivers, with Giovinazzi and Gasly not finishing the race today. Sad day for Mercedes as they miss out on points today. Lewis Hamilton and Bottas sit in P12 and 13 respectively. Let's take a look at the standings overall now. Max Verstappen is only 18 points ahead of us. If we get more results like today, we should be able to catch Max Verstappen and possibly overtake him. Next Grand Prix is going to be crucial, as was the one after that. If we keep getting 9 points like we did today, we should be catching up on level terms within the next 2 Grand Prix, leaving the final 1 Grand Prix, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, to be the deciding one. Constructor standings wise, we are still in the lead, 398 point gap now to Mercedes, who did not get any points today. Racing Point is coming up ahead of McLaren now, so it seems like the order is slowly taking shape. Williams is still last, Haas is still further down the pecking order, and Renault is slowly dropping down after being a mid-table team early in this series. Tough day out in the United States today. The track was a little difficult for us to drive, but we managed to pull out a P2 starting position after qualifying. It was a very hard race because the S-turns right after turn 1 are very difficult to master. We took a little corner cut at the start to give us a little edge over the rest of the driving AI drivers. This part right there, the S-curves, were very hard to control and manage, but we were able to do well after getting into the groove a little. Maybe there was track evolution involved as well, as I felt the car really grip onto the ground over a series of laps. Around lap 20, I started to master those S-curves because the car really grabbed onto the floor. So I think it has to both do with the evolution of the tires. As we switched on to mediums, they entered their optimum range, and then it could also be the track evolution. We had a close call with Leclerc. I want to see what happened here. I think we just missed it behind us, but we had a collision with Leclerc that ended up with him dropping down the order a little, and then we had a couple of safety cars as well, virtual safety cars, that really slowed down the pace, gave us the opportunity to readjust ourselves and to control ourselves. But overall, I think it was really our clinical driving and continuous desire to try and push our car to the limit that really gave us the race victory today. Next up, I believe, is the Mexican Grand Prix. We're flying just south of the border of the United States and heading to Mexico for the Mexican Grand Prix. It's going to be another crucial one. Let's hope we can get a P1 or even a decent number of points ahead of Max Verstappen so that we can close the gap in the driver's standings. That is all going to happen next episode, so if you enjoyed this one, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe using the red button down below, and hit the notification bell so you're notified when the next video goes live. As always, I hope you guys are doing well and staying healthy, and as always, thank you so much for stopping by this channel. Until the next Grand Prix in Mexico, take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.